What's going on, guys? It is King Joker, and today I will be ranking every video that I made this year, reacting and ranking. This is going to be one video since a lot of videos I made this year were pretty short and I didn't make too many of them. Next year, when we do this, it might just be a live stream that might become its own video, but today we're just going to have it be a video. We're going to react to all the videos, then we're going to rank all of the videos. It's time to really look back and reflect on all of the videos that I made this year and see like what could I have done better? What was my ideas while making this video? Was there stuff that I wanted to keep that just didn't make it? Let's just go through that real fast, and I'm glad you guys can come enjoy it with me. Now let's get straight into it. Hold on. So right here, as you can see, is all of the videos that I made this year for season 2. Not the I'm not gonna watch the preparing for season 2 video, but we will be watching the Believe in Multiverses, why I believe in multiverses and why you should too. Ranking the possible packs for the next One Piece Power Warriors 4 DLC, making 4 rosters for a Marvel Tokon for different Marvel fan bases. Who was better in Spider-Man 2, Peter or Miles? And no online PvP will ruin Plants vs Zombies Replanted. View wise, the One Piece video was the most. Makes sense because my other One Piece video is my most viewed video. But honestly, if I'm already picking favorites, I don't want to pick favorites yet actually because I haven't watched some of these in a while. So we're just gonna watch them and we're gonna see how I like them as we go through. First up, we got the Believe in Multiverses video. Multiverses is a game that has gone through many hardships to get where it is today. And despite that, there are a large amount of videos on the internet that talk about how many flaws that this game has. And while something I'm already not messing with, the music is way too loud. I made the music way too loud here. Agree that some of these videos have very valid takes. Most of these videos will turn off new players from ever trying the game and convince players who already play to give. This picture came from a thumbnail of a one of those. Oh my gosh, multiverse is so ass. It was always gonna die. It came from one of those videos, man, and it's just it was a very well drawn thumbnail, so I put in this video, but up on the game. So I'm making this video not to try to get back lost players, but to convince new players to join. If you don't enjoy the game, that's understandable. It may just not be for you. But I'm making this video for old players, new players, player first games, and everyone else whose faith in this game is wavering. This is why I believe in multiverses, and why you should too. Hey guys, before we get started with this video, this is Joker by the way. This took me a long time. Oh my gosh. This video This video might be somewhere in the bottom for multiple reasons, but a big one is it took me so long that uh like it took me so long to make the video. I wrote the script. I'm about to say it. I wrote the script during season 3, edited it. I wrote the script. No, I don't think it was season 3. I wrote the script a little bit before season 3 came out, and then I needed to start editing it because I didn't release this video until like season 4. Like right towards the end of season 4. And when this video came out a couple days later, Multiverses announced it was shutting down forever. So that was worth it. And only because I really procrastinated on making it, I started working on this script at the beginning of season 3, didn't finish it until right before season 4 came out, not right before season 4 came out, right when we started getting info about season 4, so I didn't feel like rewriting the script, so I'm just gonna add stuff in as I'm editing this video. So I'm gonna pop up at some times when a change happens in the game that contradicts something I said in the video. You'll see when it happens. I'll make the screen gray and then I'll show what new has been revealed. In this video, I'm going to be going over some takes people have in those Multiverses is Dead videos, explaining if they're valid or not, and after, I'll be going over future things people should look forward to in Multiverses. This is going to be a long one, so let's get right into it with one of the biggest things, the player count. Now, most people say this is one of the main reasons that the game is dead. The current player count is stuck between 1. Yeah, music is just a little bit too loud. The music might have to be turned down, or I need to turn my voice up because I can barely hear myself. I am going to turn it up a little bit. 5 and 2,000 players a day on Steam charts.
These are low numbers, yes, but it's a known fact that more people play fighting games on console than PC, so you have to double those numbers for both Xbox and PlayStation. Add them together, and that's between around 8 and 9,000 daily players, which is under Brawlhalla but way more than Munich All-Star Brawl 2, and pretty decent when it comes to current fighting games. There are other videos online talking about how small the fighting game fan base actually is that I suggest you go watch, but regardless, MultiVersus is holding a steady player base, and
Let's
that's
see if I did that actually. I always say like something I've been terrible at is linking stuff. Like no, description is just empty as hell. Description is just empty as hell. I really should have provided. I don't be putting links in my description like I say I do. There's gonna be multiple times throughout me watching these videos that I'm gonna say I'm gonna leave some. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. And it's just like I'm just saying it to say it because I really don't be leaving links in my descriptions. Something I'm gonna be better at in 2026. But I'm so sorry for anybody who's like, "Oh, this looks like a
all it
cool
needs
video.
to
I'm gonna leave you guys a
survive.
link in the description."
And with constant content drops and constant game improvements, that number will only get higher from here. Another very discussed issue in MultiVersus is the gameplay itself, and yes, while the gameplay is messy, it's still very fun to play. For most people, this topic is really subjective. If you don't like the way the game plays, you're allowed to. It's just not for you.
That big ass pause, man. That big ass pause. I don't know what happened. It was like an editing mistake because I was still new to still very new to editing, so I didn't know how to remove that big ass pause without fucking up the whole video. Because I don't think I noticed it until like something I'm better at now is that when I want a video a certain way, I don't just like stack things up on top of each other and then go back and add new stuff. I have to I have to add it in the video and then just the video is becoming what it is as I'm going through it. It's very hard to describe. It's very hard to describe. But basically, this was a bad editing mistake because I just didn't take out the pause. I didn't take out that long ass pause. Let's go back and hear it again.
If you don't like the way the game plays, you're allowed to. It's just not for you. But don't shit on the game because of it. Like, one of the things I hear the most is the gameplay is simple and characters don't have enough moves or options. Well, this also comes down to preference, since another very successful platform fighter like Brawlhalla literally gives most characters in the game the exact same moveset, and the only thing different is the special moves. This has made it much easier for them to balance the game and release characters, even though MultiVersus so far has been releasing characters faster than them, but that's mostly because they focus on getting more crossover characters to make more money. Speaking of money, let's talk about the game's monetization. Now, any problem that you have with MultiVersus monetization is really just a problem with most games monetization nowadays: an underwhelming battle pass, overpriced skins, and all that. But the reason MultiVersus does this so much better, they literally give out skins and gleam them for free all the time. And the way they have been doing it has gotten better and better each season. They literally gave out free Batman skins for the anniversary. You can't even say they capitalize on FOMO with these events and skins, because any skin can be obtained in the game at any time through the shop. Except for the whole elusive skin thing, but we're praying for them to fix that eventually. You can always go to the shop to check what's
skins. I have a 6-minute TikTok on my account about why these are so terrible. I have a 6-minute TikTok on why these elusive skins were so terrible. This is just a shit, man. Like I made this video defending MultiVersus, and it's just, man, I'll still defend the game till I can't even do that. I'll be able to defend the game that was still here. If the game was still here, I have nothing to defend now. I just gotta take the L and my game's gone, man.
skin thing.
Y'all don't know how much I miss this game. I miss MultiVersus. I miss MultiVersus so bad.
But we're praying for them to fix that eventually. You can always go to the shop to check what's on sale, but you can purchase any skin you want in the game at any time. Hell, they literally just added a new tab if you wanted to do that. MultiVersus is a free-to-play game, so if you wanted to buy every skin for a character or two, it wouldn't be that hard, but it would be expensive. Also, in these MultiVersus hate videos, they act like you have to buy characters when you can really just grind for characters, as long as you play events and stuff. Future Joker here, and now that we're actually using Fighter Road EXP instead of Fighters currency, it's actually a lot more easier to get Fighters instead of Fighters.
Man, this shit is so ass too, bro. This shit was so ass too. It's like they just couldn't do anything right. They couldn't do anything right, man. It hurts my soul watching this video. Cause I'm looking back and like, I defended this shit. I'm not talking about the game itself, but like I defended Fighter Road. I had to have said something about this being bad here. Hold on.
Currency, it's actually a lot more easier to get fighters. There's still a lot of problems with Fighter Road, like not being able to choose the specific character that you want to level up to, and newer characters having to be, you have to unlock everybody to get them. There's still stuff that needs to be changed with it, but it's a step in the right direction. So far, it's better than Fighters currency, so it just needs some more tweaks in the future.
Something I will say, because I'm gonna get all my multiverses feelings out in another video in the future. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about this game before I just let this video play. They fucked up when they switched from all the other currencies. They should have just kept with coins, man. Coins were baller because you could just use coins on everything. You can use coins to get characters. You can use coins to buy perks when perks were good. They fucking ruined perks in this new version of the game. Oh, they ruined perks. Perks were so fun in the beta. Perks were so fun in the beta and they ruined them. Perks just didn't matter. You just didn't care about it. I did not care about perks at all in the new version of Multiverses. Most of the time, I would just forget to run them. And, like, the advantages you would get from them would be little to none.
But if you honestly think you can just grind for a season and have every character in a game, you're surely mistaken. But now, since you automatically have every character while playing local, unlocking them all isn't really a necessity. Since you already know the 5 or 6 characters that you'll rotate around, and then
Another thing, my bad. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. This actually is the last thing. Bro, why when this game got shut down, we didn't have access to every skin? I understand the elusive ones. I guess you want to keep those exclusive to the people that got them. Hey, that's fine. But like, once the game shut down, you unlocked every character, but you only got the skins that you paid for. And it's like, the game's not coming back. So some skins are just lost in the void and we can just never have them at all now. It's just, this fucking game. This fucking game.
save up fighter currency for new characters. And while I'm on the subject, the only thing I can give some of these new videos is that I also agree that new characters shouldn't be in a battle pass. Or if they are, they should at least be unlockable later in the battle pass for free like Overwatch 2 did. That's the only compliment Overwatch 2 is ever getting out of me. Hey, Future Joker again. So I know I said I didn't want characters to be in a battle pass, but with this new thing with Fighter Road, I would actually like them to be in the battle pass again, because I'm definitely open to having multiple options to get new characters. If you want to just buy the characters for 1,000 Gleamium upright, they should do 3 ways of getting.
Where are the visuals at? I'm just yapping, like I'm just saying stuff into a void. No wonder nobody watched this video, man.
Most free-to-play players are going to get it using Fighter Road. They just need to tweak Fighter Road around so you can get new characters whenever you want them and not have to unlock other characters first. Then there should be a way where you can just buy the character outright for 1,000 Gleamium. And then there should be a way to buy the character in a battle pass. I like that they put a skin in tier 1 instead of a character to take this place. But what they could do is that they could put the character and the skin for the character in the battle pass, which would cause more people to buy the battle passes, because it would just be a better option instead of just buying the character outright, which you would still have to do for the second character that comes out in the season. So for the first character that comes out in the season, you could be able to either use Fighter Road, buy them with Gleamium, or get them in the battle pass and get a skin with it. And for the second character that comes out in the season, you could only get Fighter. Oh, well, now we have 2 battle passes, so they would actually have all 3 options for the new character as well. So I think it would just be better to put the character in the battle pass
Battle
and the
Pass
skin,
shit was
because then that
so
would just
ass.
cause more people to buy the battle pass. And I think it's like, I don't know like how that works or anything, but I think it's better if people buy the battle pass than just buying the skin, even though they're spending the same amount of money. No, battle passes are cheaper now, so they're getting the character for cheaper. I guess that's what they don't want people to do. But we don't know if Marceline's gonna make it into the next battle pass or not. She probably will. But no, what they're probably going to do is they're probably going to put a skin for Marceline in the battle pass and then make her fight a road and buyable with Gleamium. So yeah, I just
Exactly
with this
what they
new
did.
system, I would prefer characters to be in the battle pass again. Now, I have made a lot of good points so far, but there are some things that I agree on with these videos. And the number one thing is that the new currency feature is ass. We need to return to gold ASAP. Separating fighter
Yes.
currency and perk currency has been pure shit for this game. The main problem I have is since they took out gold, they missed a really cool opportunity to give every character in the game a skin that you can get with gold. It just would be something a little extra for free-to-play players, but with fighter currency and perk currency, you can't do that. Not to mention, most players just have a large stockpile of both. It really makes people not want to grind or even think about what they want to spend their currency on. With gold, there'd be a lot more of that. PFG is amazing with feedback, so maybe we can get them to change this in a future season. Another major complaint about this game is that Player First Games is not picking good characters, and this is false. Really, most people gotta understand that most characters are being made because PFG wants to make them. A good example is Nubia. She was only supposed to be a Wonder Woman skin, but PFG felt that they could do more with the character, so they did. It's this type of creative freedom that they have that has given us some cool characters. If Warner was completely in charge, then we would only be getting promotional characters. And even promotional characters are understandable since they are still welcome addition to the roster. Now, I know a lot of people, me included, want third-party characters, but now is just not the time. There are so many Warner characters that need to be in this game before you really think about third-party characters, and the devs know that as well. So honestly, I don't see any third-party characters until 2026 at least. Now, there are some other reasons people don't like the game. It's slow, which is being fixed. It's laggy, which is always being worked on. Hitboxes are bad. They are also always being worked on. Ranked is bad, blah 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 blah. These are all very valid complaints, but nothing that can't be fixed with an update in the future. But now, I want to move on to stuff that I would add to Multiverse.
Yeah, I'm just yapping in this video. I had great points with the topic. Honestly, not editing style is it gets way better from here into my next couple of videos because I know how to actually use sound effects and know how to use music better, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like the music just I was using music from Multiverses, but the music just did not feel fit the vibe at the time.
Just to make it better. One of the biggest things that I would personally add to Multiverses is One of the biggest things that I would personally add to
Did I
Multiverses
spell cool COLL?
One of the biggest
Oh
things that I
my
would personally add to
goodness.
Multiverses is
What am I
something that both
doing?
Brawlhalla and Smash have that people take for granted, and that's the ability to play 2v2s with someone locally.
Yes.
I have no clue why this
Why
simple
didn't
thing
the
isn't in
game have
Multiverses,
that?
but they need to add it.
Why
It would be
didn't the
so much
game
fun to
have
play
that? It was the-
to play twos online with someone at my house without having to use another console. It's one of the funnest things to do in Smash, so I'm really pushing for them to add it into the game. Another thing that should have been in the game on launch, and I hope they're working on, is increasing the max player in a match from 4 to 8. Even if this is only in custom matches, this will be a big improvement for playing customs with friends. The best way to do it is to make 3 maps big enough to hold 8 people and just add it into custom. This will be great for some cool game modes like 8-player free-for-all or 3v3 or 4v4. It'd be great. Also, a map creator like Smash will be something that will be cool, especially with all the rift modulators and stuff. It'd be really cool for players to make their own maps and would give people in the community something to do and discuss constantly. Adding stamina as a game mode or an option for customs will be cool. I definitely want the ability to vote on maps before a match. Okay, now I'm gonna start getting a little bit wild with these suggestions. I think having some type of Mario Party-esque mode I think it would be really fun. Sure, it would take away from the fighting game aspect probably, but still for casuals, I
They
think it
should
would be
have put like borders around these words or something. It just looks so ass when it's on the screen like this.
cool. Also, if they were able to make some type of hub world for Rifts, I think that would be great as well. And some of you are probably thinking, Joker, these ideas are a bit too ambitious. But that's the point. Devs have came out and said that with multiverses, they want anything and everything to be possible. And that's why this video is taught why you should believe in multiverses. Because with this game, anything is possible. In the past 3 seasons, we have already seen gameplay changes, characters, events, and modes people have never thought possible. And with this thing planned to get even crazier in the future, who knows what 2025 has to offer. In the future, this game could be completely unrecognizable from what it was in 2022. And to some people, that could be a bad thing, but I don't see it that way. I'm just here for the ride. This game means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to a lot of people out there. And so I want to see it thrive more than ever. So until the game shuts down for a final time, I will stick with multiverses. And I'll always say, yeah, that's a fun game. Yo, what's going on, y'all? It is Joker. Not the video you were expecting at the beginning of the season.
Sheesh. Look at the difference in camera quality. Earlier, my dad, I think it was either my dad or my mom got me this is that camera I'm shooting on right now. This is that camera. Unfortunately, I didn't have good lighting or anything either. But this was that cam, and sheesh. Look how far we've come, because this thing is so ass. Looking at it compared to this, it's just wow. Um, yeah, I didn't know pixels could come like that. All right, let's get it.
Too, but being honest with y'all, I promise you, this is gonna be, I can finally say this is gonna be the last multiverses video for a while. We're gonna be pushing far away from multiverses content until there's actually something worth making a video about. So the rest of season 2, we're pushing through different content, and I think you're really gonna be excited about this next video I got coming up. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, don't forget
I
to
don't
tell
know
your
if I was
mother
actually talking about the video that I made after this, but sheesh. All right, whatever.
that you love her. I'ma see you guys. Room Shambles.
And that was sheesh. This might be going at the bottom if I'm being honest. Like, what is this description? A video of me talking about why people should look forward to upcoming multiverses stuff. 2 hashtags. I hope it pulls through. Well, it's over. Yeah, like 2 days after. No, it was 9 days. This is the 21st. 9 days or so, or a couple days, a week or so after this video drops, multiverse is shut down forever. So I guess my timing was freaking terrible. I spent like a month working on the video. It's bad, but January 21st. Let's see how long it took me. It took me, damn. It took me 5 months to make another video. Not really. Mostly because there was another video I was working on. If I go to the actual season, if you go to the season 2 playlist, you'll see here these 2 videos, me and my girlfriend reacting and ranking all of Epic the Musical. 2 of them. There's 2 of these videos. This one's 3 hours and 18 minutes long. I privated it. It's not. I unlisted the video because it doesn't match with the theme of gaming I have going on my channel right now. But yeah, this video exists, and you guys can check it out. If you go to the season 2 tab, you can watch this video, and you can watch the one where it's just us doing the ranking, or you can watch the one where we're reacting and ranking. Anyway, but that video took a long time to make, and then I just making a 3-hour video does that. So the next video, ranking the possible packs for the next One Piece Power Warriors 4 DLC. This is when we first found out that we were getting packs voted on, and I think this video is pretty good. Go ahead and take a look. I just not noticed intro wasn't in the previous video.
Couple
This intro wasn't in the previous video. Looking to the Lord and his strength, seek his face always. All right. Ranking the possible packs for the next One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 DLC.
A couple months ago, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 sold 4 million copies, which I think makes it the highest grossing One Piece game, which is crazy because a lot of One Piece fans act like they hate these games and they just want Burning Blood 2, even though that is a much worse game than Pirate Warriors. But anyway, the game is now getting more DLC, and the devs let players vote for who's coming next. They gave us 23 characters to vote, and I put together 9 packs that make the most sense for the characters to be featured in, to see which pack is more likely to come to the game. Now, I was supposed to make this video months ago, but tomorrow is Summer Games Fest, and I feel like Bandai might announce a DLC there. Now, some characters will appear in more than one pack, and we'll be ranking these off of likelihood and who people would vote for. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Obviously, this was going to be last. I can't see Foxy ever making it into this game unless they make him like a free DLC for April Fools, where he is playable for everybody who has the next gen upgrade of the game. Besides that, there's no way Foxy's ever making it, and not in any pack with anybody else. Straw Hat Allies pack. Honestly, everyone can see that these characters would be low. Not many people are looking forward to them. Corona has always been a weird pick for Pirate Warriors, but adding her in as DLC is definitely a no-go. And Vivi just doesn't sound like that much of an interesting character to play as, even if they pull from her Miss Wednesday moves. Koala would be cool, but just not in this pack, so unfortunately, this pack gets 8th. Onigashima Raid Party Pack. I would really like to see how these characters will play. I think the devs could get really creative with all of their movesets. Apu having music like Brook and Uta as a technique type, Kyoshiro being a speed type like Kiku but without the ice, which could make him worse actually, and Ulti probably being a decent power type. But the hype for all of these characters has gone down a lot since we left Wano, so I don't see it happening. But I could see them coming in Pirate Warriors 5.
I might have actually preferred this pack over the one we got. Looking at it again, this is not that bad of a pack. This is not that bad of a pack. What got over this?
Marine pack.
Makes sense.
Now, we aren't necessarily lacking in Marines, but it would not hurt to have more, especially since 2 of them already have models in the game.
What this quality is so ass, man. Can I push this? Oh my gosh, is it really in HD right now?
For Sengoku, I would want his character to be his base form with the ability to summon in Marines like Kobe, and his Buddha form to be a separate transformation. And Sentomaru would be a power type that summons in Pacifistas, and it would be cool if he could also summon the Mark III ones from Egghead as well as a couple of the Seraphim. And Green Bull, obviously they could make a really cool moveset with a lot of destructive power like the rest of the Admirals. Dressrosa pack. Now I know I called it a Dressrosa pack and Monet is from Punk Hazard, but she still works for Dofi, so... Now this one is a great pack because all of these characters works. Now I know I called it a Dressrosa pack.
Should this have gone over the Marine pack? Honestly, I don't think so. But because this could have been really cool. Baby 5 is carrying this pack heavy. Oh my gosh, I want Baby 5 in this game so bad. I want Baby 5 in this game so bad. She just has such a cool power, being able to turn into weapons. There's so much you could do with that, and just please, Baby 5 for Pirate Warriors 5, please.
Dressrosa pack. Now I know I called it a Dressrosa pack and Monet is from Punk Hazard, but she still works for Dofi, so... Now this one is a great pack because all of these characters have a lot of potential. Monet is easily being a Sky type. She can have a really strong moveset with some powerful AoE attacks that freeze enemies. And if y'all remember, Baby 5 was also in my Pirate Warriors 5 roster, so she's a pick I would definitely be interested in. Go watch that video, by the way, it's really good. Her Devil Fruit is super cool and has not been explored enough in any One Piece game. Koala would be a cool speed type version of Jinbei. It'd be cool to have someone else on the roster use Fishman Karate. Honestly, I would not be mad at all if this pack made it in. Egghead pack.
What the Egghead pack should have looked like, man. This is what the Egghead pack should have been. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Set of S Hawk, we got S Snake. Instead of Sentomaru, we got Jewelry Bonnie. Instead of Kaka, we got Lucci. This shit is ass. This would have been the preferred Egghead pack right here, man. This would have been so tough.
Now, a lot of people are going to be mad this is fourth, but honestly, I don't see too many people voting for this pack. Sure, Kaka would be cool as a speed type along with his awakening, and also S-Hawk would be kind of cool, even though he's literally a Mihawk clone with the Devil Fruit. I could see him as a speed type in this game. But I honestly think that some other characters are more likely and more wanted than these guys. Maybe if it came with an Egghead map, it would be higher up, but for now, I got it at 4. Now that we are in the top 3, if we do get a third season pass, these are the 3 packs that I believe will be in it. And let's kick it off with the Old Enemy pack. I know some people are mad this is so high up. A lot of people have a problem with paying for characters that should have already been in the game. And this I agree with for characters like Perona. But if I'm being honest with y'all, NL is carrying this pack heavy. He was a fan favorite in Power Warriors 3, and I have to see how they would do his moveset in Power Warriors 4. That's why I put him down as any type for his move, because I really think they could make him any type and he'll still be good. Magellan is also a kind of cool choice. We only have one.
Knowing NL's coming, I'm so interested to see what type he's gonna be. If I'm making a prediction, yeah, if I'm making a prediction right now, I'm gonna say Zed's gonna be a power type, King's gonna be a speed type, and NL's probably gonna be a sky type. But they could get away with making him a technique type if they give him something really cool.
Other poison character in this game. And honestly, I would rather have Kuma than Moria, but I would still love to see this pack. Wano's Strongest pack. I know people were expecting this to be number 1, but don't get me wrong, this is the pack that is honestly most likely to happen. King and Queen were one of the highlights of Wano, and people were really upset when they never got in the original roster or DLC. But the devs can make a fire moveset for all of these characters, and honestly would not be difficult to do. And also, this pack could come with a stage floor map of Onigashima.
Tá cheia de tesão, eu vou te fuder com amor. Mina linda, sapatinha, arrebenta esse popô. Vai, vai que essa caô. Ela cheia de tesão,
Movie pack. Are you really surprised this is number 1? People are actually in love with these One Piece movies, and I've been begging for them to be in any One Piece game. We got some in Burning Blood, but Power Warriors is where they could really shine. Shown up in the anime, he'd be really...
Now, the movie pack would have been something special, man. The movie pack would have been something special. But golly, was I not expecting Z to be the movie character that was chosen. I'm like, do people really mess with Z like that? I was going Bullet. If it was going to be Bullet, it was going to be Shiki. If it wasn't going to be Shiki, it was going to be Gil Tesoro. But the fact that it was Z was... I was appalled. I was appalled that it was Z. Honestly, felt like the worst choice on here because I don't think Z would have that much of an interesting move set. I really don't. I feel like with these two, with all the 3 different Devil Fruit abilities, like I don't understand how some of y'all voted for this. Z has nothing but that arm and some Dynastones. You have 3 characters with incredible Devil Fruits to play with, and you guys choose the one guy that didn't have a Devil Fruit. It's all bad. It's all bad.
Movie pack. Are you really surprised this is number 1? People are actually in love with these One Piece movies, and I've been begging for them to be in any One Piece game. We got some in Burning Blood, but High Warriors is where they could really shine. Shiki is a no-brainer since he's canon to the story and has just shown up in the anime. He'd be really loved by a lot of fans. And obviously Douglas Bullet is no different. Ever since Stampede dropped, we were begging for him to be in this game, and making that a reality should be a priority to the dev team. Now the last slot in this pack is between Z and Tesoro, and honestly, I'm more leaning towards Tesoro, mostly because Z would be another punchy character, which we don't need more of, and Tesoro would have a great moveset. Honestly, off these characters not
Like, bro, I know he has the build metal arm, bro, but I don't want any more punchy characters in this game. And like, you don't have to be like when I say punchy characters, I'm not even just talking about characters that use their fist. I'm talking about characters that have their fist and basically don't have anything else. Luffy stretches and he's kind of like Luffy is really a punchy character, guys. He got cool looking moves, but he's a punchy character. Kaido, a base Kaido is a punchy character. Katakuri is kind of a punchy character. Garp is a punchy character. Like, like Douglas Bullet wouldn't be. Douglas Bullet has a good devil fruit, and he would have been maybe punchy, but he would have had some variety to him. He would have had some variety. Z is a punchy character, man.
being in any other One Piece game, I think they could get a lot of people to play Power Warriors 4. Now, we don't know if they're actually going to make a new Season 3 pass.
If this was Season 3, man, oh my goodness, I would have been in love. I would have been in love if this was Season 3. And I had one guess for each thing. Right.
And they might just make one pack with the 3 highest voted characters.
Exactly.
And honestly, based off what people are probably voting for, I'd say that would probably be King, Bullet, and NL if we're going only based.
I was so close. I was so close to being right. The only one that I missed was Bullet. It said it was Z, which I'm very disappointed about, but I'm still gonna get this DLC pack when it comes out.
Top votes. Hey, thanks for staying to the end of the video. If you made it, leave down in the comment section below if you have any other ideas for packs, or if you want to re-rank the packs that I made. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I can't wait to see if they actually announce the One Piece DLC at Summer Games Fest. Come back to my channel during Summer Games Fest, for I will be streaming.
I was trying so hard. The special thing about this video, I worked on this entire thing in like 8 hours. I 8 hours? Is that fair? About 6-7 hours. I worked on this video straight to get it out because I really wanted to get it out before Summer Games Fest, so I could see, hey, they're gonna announce that Summer Game Fest, and they're gonna see I was right. Everybody's gonna come to my video and see that I was right. Shit didn't get announced until the end of the year. I did not have to waste 6 hours getting this video out so fast. I wish I had that kind of tenacity with the rest of my uploads.
And I should have.
And this video ends like a wet fart, if I'm being honest. I don't know why. I don't know why my outro in this video was just so bad. This video ends like a wet fart. But that is ranking the One Piece Power Warriors 4 DLC. The video did very good. The video did very good, and I don't know. It just did good. It just did good. Was it good? It was a kind of a good video. But this was just a searched about topic compared to the rest of these, unfortunately. Next video, making 4 rosters for Marvel Tokon for different Marvel fan bases. This is the first video I started getting into my bag a little bit with the editing. I started switching things up. I was trying new things. Here, okay? I was trying new things. Let's see how that went.
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, the most anticipated game of 2026, is set to get some news very soon. So Marvel.
What are we at? Going 1080? Golly, you're struggling, man.
Tokon Fighting Souls, the most anticipated game of 2026, is set to get some news very soon. Now, everyone's been posting their own personal roster predictions. But that's not good enough for me. So I watched every Marvel Tokon roster video I could find, made a list of characters people wanted the most, then put together 4 possible rosters for the game based on what part of the Marvel fan base the developers wanted to please.
The hype for this game has slowly gone to the wolves, unfortunately. Like, I made this video how long ago? I made this video 4 months ago. We still have not gotten a single character reveal for a game that comes out next year. A game that comes out next year, we still don't have a single character reveal. Maybe once they actually start hyping up the game, I'll get views on this video.
Roster for comic lovers, a roster for Marvel gamers, a roster for MCU watchers, and a roster that will make the entire Marvel fan base happy. This is Marvel Tokon's top 4.
They got a selfish ambition of
Now, before we get into the roster, let's discuss roster size. Now, I found the average base roster size for every Arc System game, and the average was about 20 to 25. I decided 25 would be the best size considering it was a 4v4 and we need a lot of possible teams. I'm going to be using this template made by Ultimate Shadow X on Twitter, with the bottom row being DLC. Now that we've got the roster size, there's one more thing I have to do before presenting all 4 rosters, and that is just put in the 3 characters that are basically guaranteed to be in the game. Those characters are Hulk, Thor, and Wolverine. I know it's possible that they won't make it, but I'm saying that this game will not be as successful if they're not in the game. If you're gonna have the Avengers, you need Hulk and Thor, and if you're gonna have X-Men, you need Wolverine. So these 3 will be on every base roster I make today. Now, it was here where I should have been fully ready. I have the roster number, some base characters, even a list of characters that could be on these rosters. But then I realized the hardest decision of making a Marvel fighting game: whether to include the See, here's the
I'm really
thing.
proud of that edit for no reason. I just really like that. That was just really funny. And this is a good joke because not everybody gets this. Not everybody.
See, here's the thing.
So this is during the time that the "here's the thing" meme was going on. People would say "here's the thing" and they would show a picture of the thing from Fantastic Four. But instead of putting a picture of the thing, I put a picture of Thing 1 from Cat in the Hat. This is a funny joke, man. This is hilarious. Not everybody gets this style of comedy, but just subverting expectations. Who else is putting you on your head like this? Nobody.
See, here's the thing about making a fighting game. See, the roster is limited, and adding the Fantastic Four is always a sacrifice because you have to add all of them. This is why they are not often seen in fighting games. Developers just don't want to give up 4 slots in their game, so they just think it'd be easier not to put them in at all. Marvel Rivals is the best option by having them all come out in the first season, so they wouldn't have to worry about adding them in the game later, especially when they want to do 2 characters a season. So in the Marvel Tokon videos that I was watching, they just kept popping up and were pretty high up on this list of potential characters to add to the game.
There's nothing on that piece of paper. There's not a singular thing on that piece of paper. I promise you there's not.
Thought, okay, we have the DLC bar, we could just add them in as base in some rosters and put them as DLC in rosters where they don't make base. It would be terrible if the entire first DLC pass is just the Fantastic Four and one other character. Nobody, and I mean nobody, would ever like that decision. So I made a tough choice and decided that the Fantastic Four were gonna be on the base roster of every version I made today. But now we're down to 10 slots to decide new characters, and I don't know about y'all, but for me, it's not enough. So we're just gonna make the base roster 30 characters, and I won't be doing a DLC prediction. It might be a bit of a stretch for our.
So I feel like I did something wrong with this. And honestly, I could see where, like, because I make up rules in the beginning of the video and then I just spend another minute before starting video. I go, all the rules I just talked about, here's why they're not going to work and why I'm doing something different. Instead, I could have just shortened everything by but I wanted to just go through my process of why I'm doing that. So it is what it is.
System works, but it's a 4v4. It needs a big roster. Sorry, that was a lot. Let's actually get into the video with the
Honestly, now looking at this and seeing 4 months later that they have not revealed a single character for this game, I don't think we're getting 30 characters. I don't know if we're even getting 20 at this point, but we're gonna have to find out.
first roster. And honestly, the least likely option, the Marvel gaming roster. Now, Marvel and video games have gone hand in hand for years and has a very loyal fan base. Some people will really buy any video game that has that Marvel logo. But can you really blame them? Sure, we may have had some misses in the past, but superhero video games have always been a staple in gaming, and no one has a better catalog than Marvel. All DC has is the Batman games and Injustice. The other stuff has not exactly been up to par. So this roster takes some of the best characters in the Marvel gaming catalog and puts them inside of Marvel Token. I won't be revealing them character by character. I'm just going to show you the entire roster and then we'll talk about them as we go. I honestly think this is a pretty decent looking roster. We have Black Panther, since him and Captain America have a game coming up soon.
In America.
Hopefully. We don't know when that game's coming out. We
4
have
months later, I still don't know anything about that game.
Luna Snow, Jeff, and Magic representing Marvel rivals. Luna Snow obviously being the video game Marvel character. Her origin comes from being in Marvel games. And Jeff and Magic have become more iconic since their release inside of Marvel Rivals, so I think those three were a good set to represent the game. We also have Cyclops and his son Cable representing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And we got MODOK, since he is a fan favorite Marvel character, and this is the only roster he was actually going to make it inside because, if you remember, he was actually the main villain of the Avengers game. Man, that game was ass. Another person who wasn't going to get in any other roster. He is a Fantastic Four character, but Silver Surfer was just announced to be inside of Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and we also have the main villain of Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Annihilus. Rocket and Groot coming from the Guardians of the Galaxy game. Blade coming from his game that we also don't know about, Blade, but he was also in Marvel Midnight Suns, so that's cool. We have Miles and Venom coming in from the Spider-Man PlayStation 2 game. Yeah, I know a lot of people will be upset about having two Spider-Man, but Miles has such a different moveset. Like, come on now. He's a whole different character from Peter. They just both have the title of Spider-Man. And we also have Deadpool, who does have a VR game coming out sometime next year. But we are pulling this Deadpool from the original Deadpool game. And along with him, we have the villain of that Deadpool game, Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister would be pretty cool. He could play with like clones and stuff. He'd be a nice character. Now let's move on to comics. The things that started it all, where we first felt these rich stories and amazing artwork stacked with action, heartfelt moments, and a buttload of characters. Now, I am going to put more known characters in this roster, but this is the time for more unknown comic book characters to shine. We have Nova coming in as a Guardians of the Galaxy type character. We have Daredevil along with one of his villains, Bullseye. We have Elsa Bloodstone, a cool shooting type character, and she does have relations to Doctor Doom if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, I don't read comics. We have Cyclops returning, but along with him, we also have Rogue and Gambit, giving us most of the main X-Men. And along with the X-Men, we also have one of the main X-Men villains, Apocalypse. And just because I think she's really cool and we do need another big character, I also put Armor on this list, an underrated X-Men character. Then with some Inhuman representation, we also have Black Bolt and Lockjaw. I think these characters could be something special, man. These characters could be something special. We got our nice
Lockjaw and Black Bolt. Those are actually like one of my top picks for this game.
Spider-Man villain, Dr. Octopus. I thought about switching Dr. Octopus out with Kingpin, but I think Doc Ock would honestly have the funner moveset. We have another underrated Thor villain, Enchantress. We need some more magic in this game. And to finish it off, we have our resident joke character, Howard the Duck. Please, Marvel, put Howard the Duck in more things. I don't care. I love Howard so much. I remember watching his movie when I was a kid, even though it was terrible, one of the worst movies of all time. I love it dearly. Please, please, put him in the MCU. Do something.
I don't pause the joke. I keep tapping my microphone, man. This is something I gotta stop doing, because when I'm holding my stuff, right, this is in the microphone. When I'm holding it, it's a good mic. It's a good mic, and it picks up me even if I got a little bit further away from my face. I try to keep it close to my face as possible. But I be tapping that bit because I be holding it like this, and I'll just tap it when I boom, 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 boom. I don't know if you guys can hear me tapping it right now, but when I tap it, it's very you can hear it. You can hear it when I tap it.
Time, I love it dearly. Please, please. Put him in the MCU. Do something. Do something, Marvel, with Howard the Duck. I miss him so much. Please do something with Howard. Oh yeah, and we also have Gwenpool. You know what I'm saying? Fourth wall breaky, comic book character, take the place of Deadpool, really. But she's a good pick. I like Gwenpool a lot. She's a cool character. I think she definitely deserves to be in a game. I think the last major game she was in, the last game that was playable on consoles, was Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. Now the movies, what most of my generation grew up on in terms of Marvel. This is what made most of these characters so iconic in the modern age. And even though the MCU is coming out of a rough patch, we've been getting some really good projects lately. Honestly, I'd say this roster is the most likely roster happen because it's probably going to get the game a lot of sales. Black Panther, Doctor Strange, and Captain Marvel representing some of the leaders of the MCU. Daredevil representing the Marvel Netflix shows. Even though they are canon now, that itself, when you could watch the Marvel shows on Netflix, that was a time. That was definitely a time. Rocket and Groot obviously coming from Guardians of the Galaxy. Deadpool coming from his movies. Sentry and Shang-Chi representing some of the newer characters in the MCU. Scarlet Witch being an obvious pick because she is one of the most popular MCU characters. I wanted to add in Professor X and Magneto to represent the Fox X-Men series. And to finish it off, adding the 3 villains from the Avengers movies, Loki, Thanos, and Ultron. And for the last character, just to represent the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, we also have Green Goblin. He did make an appearance in No Way Home. Oh my, here it is, folks. The moment you have all been waiting for. The roster
That was a terrible cut. I don't know how I messed that up. Look at this.
Folks, the moment you have did make an appearance in No Way Home. Oh my, here it is, folks. The moment you have all been waiting for. The roster that the fans will be the most happy with. Now, this is mainly going off the videos that I watched. I tallied how many times a specific character showed up. So this roster will be the most requested characters. Now, this roster actually looks pretty good. I can't be too upset about it. Got Black Panther, Doctor Strange, always happy to see them. Psylocke, wasn't expecting her too much, but honestly, I'm not too mad about it. The Gooners are definitely going to love that one. Daredevil, really popular character. Cyclops, always good to see him. Deadpool, Blade, Scarlet Witch, not too surprised. Magic, I was not expecting her to make this roster, but I guess a lot more people actually want her in this game than I thought. I mean, who wouldn't like to fight with a big sword? Good to see my boy Gambit returning. He's going to be inside of Doomsday, so I think a lot of people are definitely hyping up the character Gambit. And we all know what that ultimate's going to be. And then our last 5 are all major Marvel villains. Magneto, Loki, Thanos, Ultron, and Venom. But yeah, honestly, this is a pretty...
here because I said that line and I should have put in the moment from I should have put in that moment from X-Men 97 where he dies and he goes, "The name's Gambit. Remember it." That's gonna be his ultimate if he ends up in the game. Yeah, I should have put that there. But I sometimes something that happens to me a lot is when I get to editing these videos, I just take so long on it that I get editing fatigue, and then I just stop caring about the video. If you watch this video, it gets less edited as you go through it, which is not good because it makes viewer retention bad. The way you do good with videos, you're supposed to front load. At the beginning of the video, the first minute has the most edits. The first minute of the video, first 2 minutes of the video have the most edits. Every like couple of seconds, every 5, 10, 20 seconds, there's a cut. Something pops up on the screen. Something is happening. And that's how you keep the viewers engaged till you get to your point. Now you're just surfing through the video with some good edits along through. What I did is I packed it at the beginning. I had it, it was pretty decent on the way through. Gaming roster was good, comic roster. As soon as I started the movie roster, I just stopped caring. I just started putting pictures. I didn't even put anything for this last one. It's just it was all bad. It was not expertly edited like it needed to be.
Pretty good roster. I think we are missing some character types. Only thing that's really missing in this roster is a joke character. And there was one character that I really wanted to put on one of these rosters, but I never got the opportunity to. Because I only seen him mention one time, yo, if we got James Jonah Jameson in this game. And there we have it, the top 4 possible rosters of Marvel Tokon, depending on who exactly the developers want to please the most. If you want to know every character that was on this list and who didn't make it onto these rosters, in the description down below, I will have the full list of everybody who was possible. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm really
This was a pretty good video for me testing new stuff out. This is a new style of content, and it's what I'm starting to do now, where it's just instead of me talking into this microphone later and then adding the recording, I'll be at front and center, green screen background, talking about it, adding my personality into my videos because that's how I want to gain a following because I want people to like me for my personality. I've seen that so many times with these other faceless gaming video YouTubers where they make video essay type things about the stuff that they like, and it's just okay. Do you watch it, but you don't have a real connection with your audience because they don't really know you. I add my face into the video. I show more of my personality. I make jokes and stuff just so people can get more attached to me. I've seen some other gaming video essay people do this, and it always doesn't work out for them that much because well they don't have much of a personality. So I'm trying to be as big as possible with my personality, of course. I'm trying to be as big as possible with my personality so you guys can get a feel. You feel me. You like me. You subscribe to me. You watch more of my videos. And then even if I make a video about a game that you've never seen or a gaming topic that you don't know much about, you will watch my video because you like me. That's the goal. That's the goal.
excited for this Marvel Tokon game, even though I'm probably not going to buy it. I'm not that big of a fighting game guy, and I never like spending $60 on fighting games because it just doesn't seem worth it to me. But I made this video anyway because I'm a big fan of Marvel, and I really like making roster videos, even though I don't play fighting games. But if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And let me know down in the comments who you want to be in the Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls roster. And by the way, I'm going to be wearing this shirt in my next video, which is going to be a Spider-Man 2 video. So don't think I'm like dirty or anything when you see me in this shirt. And if that video is already out, I'm going to have it right here for you guys. Go ahead and check that video out as well. With that being said, I'll catch you guys at the next
with my end cards because that hole should have popped up right there. Oh no, it didn't.
video. Vroom, shambles.
Oh, this little blooper at the end.
Fantastic Four.
What was that little harmony that came into the background? I don't know where that came from. That was so tough though. Hold on.
Fantastic Four. That's going at the end of the video.
That was good. Leading us right to our next one. Let me talk about this video though. Before
The Spider-Man PlayStation trilogy is considered a fan base the developers wanted to please.
Yeah, this video, it was kind of a tough task. It took a while to edit. I did enjoy making this video a lot though. Honestly, I really did enjoy making this video a lot, and it really introduced me to some new editing stuff, tips and tricks that I use in later videos, the next 2 videos that I came out with this year. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this one. It's not one of my favorite videos of all time that I've made, but it's a good video. It didn't do too well in views. Well, it got 345, so I count that as a success in my book. When you talk about really didn't get that many views, sheesh. Spider-Man 2, 44 views. All right.
The Spider-Man PlayStation trilogy is considered considered one of the greatest trilogies in gaming history, and only one of 4 superhero games to actually have a trilogy. Yeah, I'm gonna count the Lego Batman in there too because they were really popular. Now, with no one knowing
That's so crazy to think about that we haven't got that many really superhero games that made this far. Spider-Man being one of them is great. I love Infamous, love Batman, love Lego Batman.
we have a trilogy. Yeah, I'm gonna count the Lego Batman in there too because they were really popular. Now, with no one knowing exactly when we'll get the next Spider-Man game, a question stands on everyone's mind: who was better in Spider-Man 2, Peter or Miles? When Spider
See, this was an experiment because the other video I was doing with the green screen and I was had my face in it the whole time. This one I was testing out a different video style where I didn't have the green screen background. I didn't have the green screen background, but I tried to see if making different camera angles could get people to enjoy the video
Spider-Man
more.
Miles
So I'm
Morales
just gonna be
came out,
randomly in
everyone
other
loved it. But
spaces
knowing
in
Miles
each
was
video.
gonna be in Spider-Man 2, people start to think, why would we want to play as Peter when Miles has everything Peter has and more? But then we got our first look at Spider-Man 2 during a PlayStation showcase, which actually revealed that Peter would have the symbiote. That's when the debate started. Who has the best gameplay? Who has better suits? Who has the best girl? Who's better in the story? What's going on, guys? I'm King Joker, and this is Who Was Better in Spider-Man 2, Peter or Miles?
Fire music build up. See, this is where I was cooking up with the music. The little build up music comes in.
Guys, I'm King Joker, and this is Who Was Better in Spider-Man 2,
Swirling,
Peter
swirling.
or Miles?
My dirty ass desk, my one piece wall in the corner, my old microphone up top, my homework that I need to do. My little brother's Nintendo Switch. My little brother's phone was just plugged up right there too. It's just wow, got everything on display. My gift that my girlfriend got me in the back. You can't see because my face is blocking it, but I love you, babe. I was cooking with music. I was cooking with the music. I think in that part specifically, the rest of the video music might be.
So the way
assholes.
that we're doing this is there's going to be 3 categories: story, suits, and gameplay. Since these are really the 3 main points of the game, and whoever wins 2 out of 3 of these categories is the best
I need to make sure I use more visuals like this. I really like how I did this visual. I made this in Canva, but I turned it into a video that I could use.
Spider-Man. So let's start out with one of the more important questions. Who was better in the story? Now, both characters in this game go through a lot, all very important to the overall plot and story. But let's be honest, we all know who is winning this one. Peter takes this no question. And that's honestly mostly because of the symbiote arc.
Yeah, I was testing out, trying different camera angles, walking into the camera, switching to a different shot. I was in my testing bag here. I think I might want to test out doing another video like this because this one didn't do too good. But maybe if I try doing it on a different topic, I'm gonna see. Maybe we'll get another video like this. I might just stick to the type that I did in the Marvel Tokon video though.
Which was such a big part of the game. It's quite literally what most people bought the game for. Peter just goes through so much, and Yuri Lorenthal's voice acting just makes you feel every grunt, scream, and yell that Peter does. Watching the symbiote slowly take over his mind had every gamer on their toes, waiting for what could happen next. Not to mention him being complimented by the psycho that is Kraven, the Aura King. Every interaction between these two was breathtaking.
Oh my god, bro, is dick riding all you do?
No, I'm
Like
saying
you literally got that nigga dick in your mouth right now. I see it.
My fault. Peter was the center of every major boss fight and plot line, I'd be dumb not to give him this category. Miles' part of the story was still great. We really see him come into this role as Spider-Man and continue his character from his game. It feels like while Peter's off with the symbiote, Miles is taking care of the usual Spider-Man stuff, which was great since it prepared him for the end of the game where he takes over as the main Spider-Man of New York. So while I do enjoy Miles' part of the story, Peter takes this point no question. Now the next category is suits. Now while this one is very subjective, I think we should take it into account anyway. And also take every suit and suit variant into account as well. So that's why I went live on YouTube and made a full tier list of every suit and suit variant in the game. Let's go check and see how that went. I hope I'm looking directly at the box.
Let's just go ahead and get straight into it because I gotta make this quick. Starting off, highlight, symbiote. The regular symbiote, like, man, S tier. The veiny symbiote, that thing veiny, thing got veins in it, is also S tier. Original Iron Spider. It's trying to give off the original Iron Spider. So I'm not liking that one either. But I'm gonna see. This one, I don't know, y'all. I don't know why people thought this one was really clean. This is garbage. I really don't like this one. And all the variants are bad too. They tried to give like this style, and it's just like, it's not, I don't know, bro. It's definitely not hitting for me. It's definitely not hitting. Spacesuit? I don't know what these niggas was thinking putting you with this helmet on, Miles. That shit not it, bro. You're wearing gray? That shit not it, bro. This one, basically the same thing as this one, just a little bit different. That shit is not it, bro. This gold one, it's kind of cool, but that's just the last. This one, 2099 tracksuit? Oh my goodness, they cook with this skin heavy, man. They cook with this skin heavy. This is an S tier. That shit is hard. This purple variant, oh my gosh, that shit is so clean. This white one, I'm not a fan of. This white one, I'm throwing that in C2. This gold one, on the other hand, that's a cool A tier. That one's fire as well. I don't know. After organizing A and S tier, and I'm looking at it, Peter is low-key heavily carried. Peter is low-key heavily carried by movie suits. And when I actually
look at this. Yeah, when it stacks up, man, golly, Miles stuff is so fire. Like, he's heavily carried by the movie suits, bro. And the symbiote's good, 2099, but besides that, Peter doesn't have that much heat. Miles' top stuff is way better than Peter's top stuff. That's why most of Miles' S tier stuff is above Peter's. He got the symbiote stuff up high for sure. The 2099s he has the betterment of, but like Black Panther card, I'm finna say it all right now. I'm finna say the same thing.
Stack up, and I could say the same thing for Miles, because I do got the Into and Across the Spider-Verse suits at the top. Peter's is up there too as well, but Peter is low-key carried suit-wise by Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and the Tom Holland suits, and his actual stuff that's in game is just not it's not as good compared to Miles' stuff. The 2099 tracksuit, the regular 2099 suit, even the purple variants of both of those, the original suit, all the Black Panther suits. Like, I definitely give my respects. Like, obviously, Tobey Maguire, I'll move this up right here. Tobey Maguire Venom is really good, and I'll give my respect to it, and I love playing with that suit, but and even in A tier, I got his anti-venom above Peter's anti-venom suits. Between Peter and Miles, I'm giving who has the best suits to Miles. He just has so many bangers, man. Peter has simplicity, but Miles, I feel like, has way more variety. When you look at S tier, there's a lot more variety in Miles suits than Peter's. Peter He
Oh my
has
gosh, I
5
just
cornered
realized you could
suits in
not
S
see
tier.
me for this
And obviously at the
entire
bottom of S
time
tier,
you've
we
been
have all these regular Spider-Man
this
suits.
entire time you've
Miles,
been
on the
seeing
other
me
hand,
talking. Wow. I'm gonna have to cut
he
this
just
whole
has
thing
so
from the
much more
beginning.
variety than Peter when it
Crazy
comes to
work.
S tier suits, so I have to go Miles on it. I have to go Miles. So Miles is going to take the point for suits.
So as we saw, Miles takes the points for suits. And now it's time for the final category, gameplay. Now both characters do the usual Spider-Man
That's a
stuff, so
boring
here we're
header, man. I
mainly
gotta figure
looking
out a
at
better way
special
to do
moves.
that. That
Now
header
I
is
know
so
what some of
ass.
you are thinking. Peter has the symbiote. He takes this category easily. But it's actually closer than you might think. Now both characters in this game have 2 special movesets, so we'll be taking both into consideration and how well they mix together. While Peter does have the symbiote, which is very fun and great against strong enemies, his other tech moveset is very underwhelming, and playing with both of these feels like 2 different versions of Peter. That being said, mixing these movesets isn't that much fun considering how much better the symbiote is than the tech moveset. If you do try to mix and match, the tech stuff just feels out of place compared to the symbiote. But Miles, on the other hand, both of his movesets feel cool and effective and feel more versatile. Mixing each moveset feels great and each combination is useful for different enemies. It always makes Miles feel fresh to play as. Now honestly, the symbiote really is more for taking out one enemy at a time with some good crowd control moves. You can definitely tell Peter excels at fighting bosses and brute enemies, while Miles is mainly crowd control with his second moveset and bosses with his first. So this is how we're going to decide who wins. We're going to see who was better in each part of the game: early game, mid game, and end game. Little end game, you get it? All right, I'm done. Now,
I thought that
early
was a
game,
funny
as in
joke.
everything before the symbiote arc, goes to Miles, seeing as his Venom stuff is still more fun to play as than the tech moveset. Mid game, the symbiote arc is definitely going to go to Peter. Playing as the symbiote for the first time is one of the funnest parts of the game. Now for the end game, after you beat the main story, and honestly, this goes to Miles. I'm sorry, but once you max everything out on both characters, Miles is so busted. Endgame Miles is not only really fun, he destroys everything fast as hell, even on spectacular mode.
Not my favorite kind of robots, but that's okay.
Over there!
The others do not know how to crash
I got this, man,
Don't worry,
and I just never did. I'm so sorry.
I'll stay out
boys.
of your way.
I'm a fine
Nice work. We should team up again sometime.
And for that, I have to give the gameplay category to Miles. If that means Miles takes 2 out of the 3 categories, meaning Miles is the best Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2. Yes, sir, Miles. Okay, do your little dance, bro. Yeah. Hey, Spider-Man, 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 Spider.
Oh, god damn, get off that nigga dick, bro. I was you listening to the whole doing? conversation, Man, bro. You bro. dick riding everybody.
My fault. Now, I know some people aren't gonna like this, but honestly, I don't care. But if this video does well, I'll be sure to do this with Peter, Miles, and Silk when Spider-Man 3 comes out. I'm really interested to see what new things they do with both Peter and Miles and how Silk will play differently from both of them. But until then, y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know who you think should have won each category. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe. The full stream of me ranking all the suits is up on my channel, so go check that out if you want to. With that being said, I'ma see you guys later. Vroom, shambles.
That was good. That was good. I was experimenting, which it didn't seem like the experimenting lasted long in that video. I feel like in the beginning of the video, I
Spider-Man
was moving the
PlayStation.
camera around a lot, and then towards the end, I just didn't. I was experimenting with different things. There's a lot of experimentation going on in this video. Yeah, the whole middle 3 minutes of the video is me doing that, and then for gameplay, I show up a lot of footage, so I'm not moving the camera around a lot. So I experimented for the beginning half of the video, see if that was something that could catch people, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work, and you got to be fine with those things sometime. Next.
Living Spaces Cyber Week deals start now, where you can shop online at livingspaces.com or in store with
The new Plants vs. Zombies Replanted game has ruined any chance at us getting more Plants vs. Zombies content.
No online PvP will ruin Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. Sheesh. This is the shortest video I made this year. And I feel like I put this video out just to put it out, honestly. I feel like I just put this video out just to put it out. But I am passionate about Plants vs. Zombies, so this came from the heart for sure.
All because the game has ruined any chance at us getting more Plants vs. Zombies content. All because of one mistake, not making the PvP mode online. Let's get into it. Now, PvZ Replanted was announced a while ago and is now available for pre-order. Now, if you have been anywhere in the PvZ community, you would know this game has been very anticipated since the Plants vs. Zombies 16th birthday event back in May. There is still a lot more information about the game that needs to be announced, but today I want to focus on one key aspect of the game. The version of the game that they are remaking is the original console version that was released on the PS3 and the Xbox. This specific version of the game had a PvP mode that everybody loved. A YouTuber, DanaRay, did a whole tournament of this game mode that was pretty fire. I'll probably leave that in the description for those who want to check that out. Now, the devs at PodCap have definitely been working really hard to get this game out to us. EA has been seeing us beg and cry for more PvZ content, and they're finally giving the fans and PodCap a chance with this new game. If this game does good, it could mean more PvZ content that we all have been asking for, like PvZ Garden Warfare 2 updates, or maybe even Garden Warfare 3. I know those were the only two things I said. They're the only two things that people have been asking for. So it was so disappointing when I went to go pre-order the game and I saw that it was $20. Alright, little much for a free game that has been out for 16 years, but I'm sure a lot of people won't mind buying it. And then when I saw that there was no online PvP,
This nigga is trash.
look, the purpose of this game is to see how much PvZ fans want more games. Well, really to see how much money EA can make off of PvZ fans. So why would they make this game with no online PvP? That could have been the thing to draw in so many old fans of the series who have probably been tapped out of Plants vs. Zombies since 2016 when Garden Warfare 2 came out. For now, the only people who are guaranteed to get this game are the die-hard PvZ fans. But the average person is not going to care about this game, and you have to appease to those people as well. But if they made the PvP mode online, content creators everywhere would eat that up. I'm telling you, even if it was only a week or two, content creators uploading about the game, doing online tournaments, just playing on Twitch and YouTube, that could get the game so many sales. It was honestly
I deadass just almost fell asleep to my own video. That's how you know this shit is ass. I deadass just almost fell asleep to my own video. That's how you know this shit is ass, man. Ugh.
best possible direction for the game to go. And even if it didn't blow up, it would still bring back more reoccurring players that EA loves so much. And I'm positive that EA, being EA, didn't give them the resources to make such a mode. Or maybe EA gave them full reign on the game, but PodCap was so focused on making it like the original, they missed out.
This video did okay. To my standards, it did okay. To everybody else's standards, this video did horrible. And it's just like, I guess this was just the least talked about topic when it came to this game and how ass it was. This was just the least talked about topic. Because out of the many things that was wrong with this game, I thought this was a big problem. Everything else was a big problem.
On a big opportunity to make the game the best it could be. Speaking of which, I'm actually really worried about this game. We gotta think about it. What actually new are we getting in this game? I am so afraid that the lack of new content could be something that also makes this game fail. I know we're getting some more hard difficulty modes, which I know a lot of people in the PvZ community enjoy, but without any new plants or new zombies to work with, the game's just gonna feel very stale. I'm not saying that we have to get a whole new world with like 20 different new plants, but just some new plants and new zombies can make the game feel fresh and really separate itself from the old versions that were on the previous console generation. I'd even settle for adding some PvZ2 plants, but in the style of PvZ1, like Bonk Choice, Snapdragon, or Lightning Rod. But they want people to pay $20 for a game that has been out for 16 years, but you played on a console and with co-op. Not saying that the $20 price is the problem, but it feels just a little bit too high for the amount of new content that we're actually getting. It feels like right now EA is testing to see how much money they can make off of PvZ while putting in as little effort as possible. And it really scares me. This game might be our only chance at reviving the PvZ brand. It'll be so sad though if it just ends up being a failed experiment. EA decides that PopCap is not worth keeping around anymore. And speaking of which, there's another thing I want to bring up. Why doesn't PopCap make any other games besides Plants vs. Zombies? A lot of developers do this, even indie devs, and PopCap is way too experienced to be considered an indie dev at this point. But the console games are so good that I would love to see PopCap work on something outside of the PvZ franchise. Honestly, something I would love to see is PopCap make a Last Kids on Earth action adventure game.
Man, this would be so tough. A Last Kids on Earth action adventure game would be so fire, man. I love Last Kids on Earth. There's so much you could do with this franchise. And I don't know, man. The creators just they gave it to Netflix and Netflix had it cuz Netflix made a movie. And the movie was good. I'd actually like the Last Kids on Earth movie. Except it kind of like tore away from the style cuz once the movie came out, then there was like a tonal shift with it. Cause like you see how these characters are teenagers. I'm saying like 15, 16 years old. Dirk probably like 17. But when there was a shift that happened when the movie came out that were all the kids were like more childish than before. Like they felt like 13, 14-year olds, which they might have been in the context of the book. I don't remember. I haven't read it in a long time. But and the art style just got more kiddish too, and it didn't feel as like rough and gritty as these were. I know do I have a copy of Alaskans on Earth book with me? I don't. I read all the way up to the fourth one. I haven't read past that, which I need to get back into the series.
In the style of the Garden Warfare games. Shout out to anybody.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. The first one, you see this gritty art style. Then the second one turns away from it a little bit. And then by the time you get to like the fourth book, these characters just don't look the same as this first one. I don't know why. I don't know why there was just a tonal shift. Look at Dirk here and then look at Dirk here. I think that was his name, Dirk. He just looks so different. Just looks so different. I need to catch up on the series though. These books are really good. I remember I love Nightmare King. The cliffhanger at the end of Nightmare King, some good stuff. I need to read Midnight Blade because I know his bat sword thing got supercharged by alternate universe energy. And then there's just one, two. I gotta catch up. I'm behind by 6 books. Sheesh. I love Last Kids on Earth though. It's a great series. It's a great book series.
Who's read Last Kids on Earth, those books are legendary. Honestly, there were probably attempts to branch off in the past that might have just been shut down by EA. I know it seems like I'm blaming everything on EA. Welcome to the Plants vs. Zombies community. I'm really looking forward to this game, and I really hope that it does well, because
I said that I did not buy it. I did not buy the game at all. I'm glad I didn't. Would have been a waste of 20 bucks.
the future of the franchise is kind of depending on it.
And we're cooked. It's over. It's over. This is our only chance. This is our only chance, PopCap. This is our only chance. Bring PvZ back into the
PvZ can have a really
limelight.
bright future.
Show everybody what they're missing. Show everybody what you can do, and you failed. And I can't even blame you because it's not your fault. It's EA. And it is your fault because there were some new people working on the project. Go watch a documentary about it, man. I don't know.
Future. It just depends on what PodCap and EA do from here.
But that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like and hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more of my content, I just finished making a video about who was better in Spider-Man 2, Peter or Miles. Ending might just shock you. Who knows? But I'm going to see you guys later. Room Shambus.
That was the last video I made this year. Last actual video.
The Spider-Man PlayStation trilogy is considered one of the great.
And those were all the videos I made this year. And you know what? There's definitely this season was a good shift. In terms of content, the season was a good shift. We got like another 100 subscribers over this time, you know? So, we're doing good. We're doing good. As for the ranking, out of these 5 videos, honestly, let me think about it. Let me think about it. I gotta give me a sec. Give me a sec. In 5th place, I am gonna have to put the Plants vs. Zombies PvP video. The video was good. It came out well, but it really kind of felt like I was just making it to keep my editing skills in check and get ready for the new season, and just so I can have something uploaded on the topic. I am a fan of PvZ, so I'm glad I got to my voice to say out. But you know, I didn't have much to say about it because it's the shortest video I made this year, being 6 minutes. In 4th place, honestly, gonna go with the Believe in Multiverses video. That's gonna have to be the 4th place one. It was a topic I was very passionate about, but looking back on it, a lot of the stuff I said just like that, not only did it ultimately end up not mattering, it was like I didn't have that too many good points, and also the editing was shit in that video. So yeah, 4th place, Why I Believe in Multiverses. In 3rd place, definitely Who Was Better in Spider-Man 2, Peter or Miles. I did like that video. I tried a bunch of new stuff. Like 30% of the video being me in a live stream kind of threw me off when I'm rewatching it, because it was good that I did that, but at the same time, I don't think that's something I'm gonna do in the future unless I could be better during a live stream. And then, and also the live stream was just also in terrible quality, and it was just, it just all wasn't that good. It just all wasn't that good. 2nd place, definitely giving it to ranking the possible packs for the next One Piece Power Warriors 4 DLC. The video did really good, and I did actually really enjoy making it because it's a roster type video and it's about One Piece. It's a topic that I really like, so I really did enjoy messing around with that video. So that's definitely getting 2nd place. In 1st place, honestly, is the making 4 rosters for Marvel Tokon. Making the 4 rosters for Marvel Tokon. That video, it took a while. The script didn't, honestly, I was in my flow state with making that one. I felt like the script didn't take that long, even though I was making 4 different rosters. I enjoy the process of making the rosters a lot, and editing the video was fun because I was trying out a different style. Recording it was fun because I was trying out a different style. Editing it was fun because I was trying out different styles. I was doing something new with music. I was using more sound effects. I was front loading the video. And I think this video was definitely the best produced out of all of these. The Marvel Tokon video was definitely the best produced, even though I kind of gave up towards the end of the video when it came to editing, which it could have been better. But at the end of the day, I still like the way that it came out, and I'm actually still really proud of that video altogether. So that's my ranking for King Joker's videos of 2025, King Joker's videos of Season 2, 5th place, Plants vs. Zombies, 4th place, Multiverses, 3rd, the Spider-Man 2 video, 2nd place, ranking One Piece Power Warriors 4 DLC rosters, and then the 1st place, making 4 possible rosters for Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. This was a year of learning. This was a year of learning, especially with the last 3 videos, testing out different things, seeing what people like, sticking to the idea of gaming. I'm glad I did that this year, because this is the first year where I've only made gaming videos. So I'm happy. Getting ready for season 3. Season 3 is finna pop off. Season 3 is finna go crazy. Trust and believe me. But thank you guys so much for watching. You're going to get one more video before the year is up. And I should be dropping on Christmas Eve, hopefully, fingers crossed, a ranking of every video game I played this year. That's going to be the last video you get this year, and then you get another video on January 21st. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much. Room Shambles.